In this video we're going to be looking at guided access within accessibility, a very powerful feature for the iPad. It allows you to lock a child into an app. It also allows you to take areas of the touchscreen and make them desensitized. So for instance, if there's an advert or an area menu, for instance, that you don't want a child to go to, you can stop them from touching those and accessing where they go to. You can also lock a child into an app for a certain length of time. So for instance, if you want them to do something for 10 minutes and only 10 minutes, then you can set them to do that. Right, within the accessibility menu, go to the guided access. You'll notice that I've got it already turned on. Turn it off, or the sub-menu goes. Turn it back on. We'll have a look at the things. Firstly, passcode settings. Very important to set a setting that you're going to remember the code for. So we're going to set a passcode. In this example, I want to set it something simple, which is 1234. It will then ask me to retype it. So 1234 again. Right, my passcode is now set. If you decide to set time limits, toggling this will allow alarms to come at the end, so pick a different alarms, or speaking an interval before the end to let the child know that it's finishing. Right, as we have guided access running at the moment, we need to go to an app to show you how it works. So we'll exit out of here. I'm going to use Monster Mix Free in the center, as I know that it has an advert in the bottom of it. So there's the advert popping up. Now if I triple click the button, guided access is started. This is normally how the screen will come up, because I'd already started the session. Right, let's go through the buttons that are here. You've got the hardware buttons at the bottom left hand corner. Now we've got options. Sleep wake button, and this is the button at the very top of the iPad. This defaultly is set to being off, so it will not work. The volume buttons again default to being off. This means that the buttons will not be able to be changed. Motion means that if you turn the iPad on its side, the images will move around. And keyboard, again, is toggled to be on, and this allows the keyboard to come onto the screen. You can change any of these settings as you wish. We'll also look at the time limit. As I said, you could set a time limit for the child to be on there for 8 minutes, maybe 10, maybe you only wanted them to be on it for 1. And it would come up with warnings to tell them that the iPad was going to stop in 20 seconds. And then it would freeze and ask you to input the information, your passcode, after triple clicking. So a very powerful, useful feature. Another part that's very useful is being able to disable certain areas. So if we want to disable this Farmville 2 advert at the bottom, we just circle the area around the advert, and as you notice it snaps straight to it, covers it in a grey box, and also puts a cross in the corner so you can get rid of it. Well, for the purposes of this video, we'll also disable the camera. Again, circle it, graze it out, puts a cross into it. We're now happy with the settings that we've got. I'm going to go into guided access. So I'm going to resume the guided access session. So as you can see, I'm going to try and click the camera. No functionality. I can move the shapes around on the screen, add the shapes, do all the things that I'd normally do within the app. I'm going to try and click the advert at the bottom. Nothing happening. Now I'm going to try and click out and change app just by pressing the button once. I'm locked in. Notice at the top it tells you now that guided access is enabled, and you need to triple click to exit. I'm just going to try and use the sleep button. Again, comes up with the same message, but the app is still locked in. Now I've come to the end of my session. I want to get out of the app. I'm going to triple click, so click in 123. Comes up with to enter the passcode. Our passcode from earlier was 1234, which I'm going to enter. 1234. And you go back to this screen. Now you can choose to either end, or if you decided that you wanted the children to now have the camera functionality, you could just click the X, and the camera is now enabled. I've decided that I want to end the session, so I'm going to click end. Very important to now go back to the main menu that you set this up in and turn guided access on. Otherwise you may accidentally triple click and guided access will turn on. So I'm going to press the button once to go back to the main screen. I'm going to find the settings menu, accessibility, guided access, like we're in now, toggle guided access off. That means that functionality will now stop. As you can see, a very valuable and powerful tool for us to use, but also one that's very important to play with before using it in the classroom.